there's a common denominator uh, that I believe is connected to most of the world's major problems, which is that we talked about it last time, where people outsource everything in their life. They outsource their raising their children. They outsource teaching their children. They outsource whatever they can possibly outsource. They even outsource their thinking. You know what I mean? They outsource responsibility on someone else. And for, and this has been going on for a long time. This is probably a basic human flaw. The human being is a good creature, but all the kinks haven't been worked out yet. And this is one big kink where people, they just want somebody else to take care of things for them. And when that's the case, then you have people in our government, people in all the governments, because who ends up governing people like this? Those who are excited by the idea of taking advantage of such complacent people, or this particular human flaw, where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe these people are right for the taking. And that's exactly who we're dealing with. That's exactly who gets into the halls of power. And so everybody wants justice. Everybody at some point realizes that something's wrong, and that there are certain people who are connected to the issues that are plaguing this country, Europe, Asia, Africa, and everybody wants justice. Everybody wants to be saved. They want to outsource even that. Okay, they want somebody else to come and save them. But that's the same pattern that got us into the first place. So how do we take it upon ourselves? What can we do to all of us are very limited. All of us we don't have much power. God didn't seem to give us much power, but we all have a tiny little voice, and all of us, there's a lot of us. So we have a little voice, each one of us, but there are many of us, and that could be a mighty roar. So basically, instead of hiring someone, instead of hoping that President Trump is going to come and save us, we should all make these little videos, okay, where I'm not saying you have to say who you are, your name, you don't have to publicize your address, but make a little video and just say to Klaus Schwab, the World Economic Forum, all of these think tanks that are related to each other, okay, and just say, I know it was you. I know that it's you doing this. You better stop doing this. Okay, and that's it. Okay, so from one person, that's not going to really be very concerning to them. Okay, but can you imagine what happens if 100,000, a million, maybe 10 million people make little videos and send it and direct it to them? And you know why that's an interesting idea? Maybe because they're not used to ever being confronted. Never. I mean, they're surrounded by security. They live in bubbles. They make sure everywhere they go is a sterilized environment, right?
We saw it once with Bill Gates, but that's about it, years ago.
Yeah. Did you? By the way, that's a great thing for people to see. There was a video where somebody threw something at Bill Gates.
A pie, yeah.
The look of horror on his face. He
Correct.
could not believe that it happened.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not telling anybody to do anything like that. Yeah. But that video does show how shocked these and how unprepared they are to be engaged directly.
Correct.
By people. So I'm not telling anybody to go, God forbid, or to commit violence or any type of vandalism or anything. I'm just saying make a video. I'm not even saying use profanity or whatever. Do whatever you want, but just make it short and just say, I know it was you. I know it was you. I'm ripping off the Godfather. I know it was you. I know it was you. You can do that too, So I think that I don't think that they'll be able to handle that. Okay, they've heard maybe from second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth or 10th parties.
Like Bill Gates spoke about, I'm like,
There's people out there, they're saying all these conspiracies, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
He's trying to pretend like he doesn't understand that it's the vast majority of people who understand
Yeah.
that they're wise to what these guys are doing by now, right? And the only thing is we're wondering whether or not they care.
yeah, they don't care.
It's hard to, that's hard. We're not going to figure that out necessarily, but one thing for sure is that they've never been engaged directly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that would be interesting to see what would happen.
Let's
I
see.
know it was you, Klaus Schwab. I know it was you, Bill Gates. I know it was you, George Soros. And even as I'm saying this, I know that these guys in reality are very low down on the totem pole, right?
Yeah.
But the people above them on the totem pole, we don't know their names. But whoever you guys are, we know it was you. We know.
Yep.